Howdy folks, this vlog is about the real reason that clickbait exists. When I was in college, I used to play at a coffee house that was on campus. I used to play shows at this coffee house. I'm up there, I'm on stage, I'm playing, there's people studying, there's a milkshake machine, there's people with earphones on. After 4 years of doing this, I look up at the music that I wrote. I realized I was writing these kind of John Mayer kind of background music coffee house songs. That was when I realized that the venue changes the art. The art itself is affected by the context in which it exists, and that coffee house story is a perfect example of it. Fast forward years later, I'm talking with some folks from a satellite TV company, and they're explaining that they had this churn problem. Churn meaning they were losing customers every year, paying customers. Actually, they were losing 1 million paying customers a year. They tried to figure out, how can we stop losing customers who are paying for our satellite TV? Let's find our most popular programming and let's just make more of it. So they do a study, they figure out what the most popular stuff is by watch time. They look at what most people are watching. They realize most people are watching this reality TV show stuff. Actually, it was great because it was really cheap to produce. It was really quick and easy and fluffy, and they could just kind of make tons of it. It was very easy to scale up. So they doubled down on reality TV because it was the most important, it was the most watched stuff that they were making. They do this for a year, and churn increases. More people start leaving. And they sit back and they go, wait a minute, what the heck is going on? So they did a deep dive back into the data and they found out, wait a minute, which people are leaving? And they found that the churning people, the cohorts that were actually churning away from the service, were the people that were watching the reality TV stuff in the first place. Let's totally swap the strategy here. Let's double down on the long-form, narrative, well-shot, well-directed stories. They revamped their content strategy to build amazing long-form narrative content with great actors and great storytellers and great directors. And their churn problem gets solved. They sit back at the end of that and they realize, oh my gosh, there's a difference between what people will watch and what people will pay for. Since I learned that, it's totally changed the way I think about Patreon. It's become a center point for me. Here's why. What they realized is people will watch crap. They'll consume garbage. When it comes time to take out your wallet and to pay for something, people won't pay for crap. Here's how this relates to the coffee house story. Right now, the web is set up to proliferate the stuff that people will consume, not the stuff that people will pay for. The web is free. The web is like the reality TV programming from that satellite TV company. It's all of the stuff that we'll consume, but none of the stuff that we'll pay for. And what's happening is artists and bloggers and journalists and photoshoppers, they're in a giant coho. They're back in the coffee house. They're building things for the free web, the stuff that gets consumed, the garbage that gets watched. We're not making the stuff that people value with their dollars. We're making the stuff that people will consume for free. What happened to me at the coffee house is happening to artists around the globe at scale now. They're being influenced, they're changing their art to thrive in this new given context. And I think that's why clickbait exists. That's why the cheap, fluffy crap that we all consume is out there. And it's why it's popular. It's because of this free ecosystem that's driving the web. I want Patreon to be a place where people value creators with their dollars. I want Patreon to be an ecosystem that proliferates stuff that people actually value. And that's why I think it's really important that Patreon is a paid ecosystem powered by consumer payments, because I think that will help make art better at scale. Yeah, cool. Okay, bye everybody.